Alright, this is Gabriel Zane with Dejected. We're on the phone with Lvtesorrow. Jake, you might know him from the Emo Trap Group. Do you want to say what's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So firstly, I wanted to ask you, you had a moment where you changed the spelling of your name, then went back to the original spelling, and then went back, and I just wanted to ask why that was.
So I don't know. I just I kind of feel like a lot of artists have, you know, like spelling changes, and it's cool as shit. Sometimes it's hard to like get the search results when you're, you know, when it comes up, if you're not that established yet.
Yeah.
I feel like it works for a lot of people. I also liked it because it's like it's more of like an expression now. I don't know. It's like it really it gives the expression more meaning, I guess. Which is like I made Lvtesorrow as like, if you're like you're not feeling sad at a time when like something's like fucked up or messed up, but you do like later on, you know, like
Right.
like you know, but when that time comes, then, you know, you ultimately feel the same way as you would maybe have in the beginning if you processed the feelings at the time. But for the most part, I dig it because it's like, it's more, I'm not a band, but it's more like band like in a way too, I guess. I don't know.
It's incorporated.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, as far as your whole reputation with the Emo Trap Group, with Chris Lane and Drugsta. I mean, what's that all about, man?
I fucking love Chris Lane. He's cool. You know, I really dig Sadzilla. I really like what he's doing, and I can't really say anything like bad, because like we got to perform together in Texas in 2019, and that was
nice.
That was cool as hell. He watched me eat fucking kimchi fries in Texas. Those were so spicy. I was literally dying. Like, my face was fucking red, and he was just laughing. Everyone was just laughing. I was laughing.
So what's the whole story with the Drugsta, man? I mean, you guys were bros.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to comment. It's just, you know, fucking, it just doesn't seem like he really fucking cared as a friend, and I don't know. Not too much to comment on it, but, you know, I wish him the best, I guess. You know, we still got songs out together.
Yeah, man, good ones.
I do dig those songs. You know, there's a lot of time left in life, so
Definitely.
You never know what comes and goes. But yeah, I don't really fucking know.
I also wanted to ask you, there's tons of memes about you in the Emo Trap Group. Would you say it's more kind of playful, or do you think there's a lot of genuine haters in there?
I mean, I get a lot of hate. Like, sometimes in like,
are you doing it purposefully though?
What is it?
Are you doing it purposefully as kind of a joke, or is it just kind of caught on?
It's mostly a joke. I mean, I saw, I don't know, it was either this morning or last night, when Chris Lane posted a picture of me, and said, like, when when you genuinely want to make music just for the fun of it, uh, and don't want to be in it for the fame or whatever, and it's like a picture of me doing like the rock symbol, and it said like rock on it. I thought that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny. But it's true, you know, and you know, as much as labels promised, like back in the day, like there was always some sort of like 360 thing at the end, you know, like the artists almost always got screwed. And
Yeah.
I feel like definitely nowadays, there's a lot of smaller labels that even might be affiliated with bigger labels. Like I'm trying to think of one, for example, like
Me. I'm just playing.
no. Like
I'm just playing.
no. But you know what I mean? Like it will be someone actually, like Akon. Like, you know how Akon did the smaller like record label thing? I actually
Definitely.
Dude, I got ripped off by this scheme thing where I spent like $300, and basically it was like a thing where they were gonna do a mini tour for these artists, and they were gonna like spin their fucking song a bunch of times on the radio station or whatever. And I thought it was like totally legit, and this was like a year back. This was like maybe even a year and a half back. But fucking it kept like boiling down with time and stuff, and like there was a group chat, and like all these people were getting pissed because it was like the same sort of like it wasn't doing anything or whatever. And then they said they were trying to reach a certain price to save up for the Akon record label or some shit.
Yeah.
And then they said they didn't save up enough money, and basically at the end of the day, all the artists only got paid like $100, and I just left that group chat because they were just so pissed.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I was pretty pissed.
That's a lot of bullshit. And speaking of labels, how did you become a part of Deadboy, and how did that end up ending in a quick summary?
So with Deadboy, here, let me take a hit of my vape.
Oh, go ahead, bro. I've always been interested in that.
Yeah, it was cool as shit to start off with. I really dug that tour. Like, meant fucking everything, especially at the time. Like I was fucking living with my grandma, and I was like down. Like I was just like fucking pretty depressed at that time, I think, actually. Shit's better now, but
good.
But yeah, it was like it almost felt like sort of like a calling. Like it almost felt like people recognize like my music for what it's worth or whatever. Which it probably was for the most part, but we did that tour. That was cool. You know, I was there with Willie, Cam, fucking Josh, Jesse, and I don't want to forget it, Skippy.
Man, I was a part of the very last show of the let's see, what was that called? The All Without Love tour.
Oh, no way, really?
I was a part of the last show, Dejected, some of my dudes, and I was there as it crashed, and I just wanted to know what your perspective was and where you were at and how you took that when it all kind of crashed.
I mean, honestly, like I was pretty bummed at first, but you know, like we were about to switch it to like paying $50 a month instead or whatever, and that's like bare minimum for a manager. And I like to have a manager. I would like to have a manager eventually, for, you know, just helping motivate. But
hey man, hit me
and
up.
Getting shows. But yeah, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's hard when a team all has different, you know, different things that they want to do, sort of thing. And like even with a band, like, you know, if people don't all get along, then the band's not really gonna last that long, and you can make some fucking killer songs. But you know, at the end of the day, I think it was different perspectives, as well as you know, just that shit that happened in general. You know, sorry about that, Willie, because you know, he didn't. I don't know everything that happened, but I hope that he's okay from like falling out of the van or whatever.
Yeah, he got thrown out of the van, man. Wow.
Like, that's, you know, I wouldn't ever do that to a friend, no matter how pissed I was, but it wasn't even his fault. I don't know. But
we'll go on, and I'll ask you some more questions about your personal career here, and I got one more question about the infamous Emo Trap Group. And I might mispronounce his name wrong because it's my birthday and I've been partying, but what do you think about the whole Anderson whole thing, and what did you think about all that, and was that what led you to make your own group, the alternative group? And what's your opinion on that whole Anderson thing of him kind of taking over the group, and now where he is now? What happened?
I mean, I feel like all the mods and admins were kind of pissed that, like, maybe like not externally, but even internally, just a little bit, that you know, it was just so random.
He really didn't contribute anything.
That's the sad part, because, like, you know, it was cool to see him skateboarding and stuff. I really wanted to hear a fucking song. But
and then when he did drop a song, it was terrible.
I unfortunately didn't hear that one. But yeah, I just it's just kind of funny, and you know, I might have been a little butthurt at first, and but I did try to make the, sorry, it's fucking cold as shit in here. I did try to make the alternative group, and I did that because I wanted to see if there was a different niche of like viewers, maybe.
Yeah.
As well as try to incorporate more like alternative rock / rock. Like I've always really enjoyed alternative rock / rock type shit, and punk too. And like I like the shit that's released. Like I dig my shit. But I really hope that in the future I can sort of build my craft more to my liking, as well as being produced in high quality, because it's hard to get a good high quality rock, like my band Drive by Todd.
Yeah, that's actually my next question.
Oh shit, yeah, I'll wait on that one then. But
I just wanted to ask, did you ever feel kind of outcasted from the Emo Trap Group, or has it always just kind of been humorous?
I feel like in the very beginning, like I joined the group when I was making lobster traps, and I was at a job that I didn't really like, and I just felt like, because I was just working fucking, 40 hours a week just like everybody else, but I was depressed as shit, and I just joined it because I looked up like any alternative type niche audience, that because I was just trying to network with, I was just trying to make friends basically, because I was at a point where you grow out of high school or however, and you kind of lose your peers, and I don't want to be making all my friends at a bar,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I joined it, and it was probably because I was so stereotypically depressed or whatever. I got hate in the beginning, but there was some support, and it was the real people that you know, stayed supportive, that I stay supportive with too, including you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, but maybe at sometimes, I mean, it's just always the trolls that troll on everybody sort of thing, but don't really
Oh God,
do
yeah.
anything besides troll, you know. But you know, I've had my fair share of hate, but maybe some of it was karmic, maybe some of it wasn't, you know.
Well, I understand that, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a quick round of all questions about Lvtesorrow and Drive by Todd.
Fuck yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you, when did you start playing guitar, and how has that been progressing lately?
So I started playing guitar when, let's think, I played guitar before I played bass in a band. When I played guitar, I was probably like 12-ish or so. My stepdad got me a Fender Squire. It was a new one, and it was cool as shit, but I dropped it one day and the tuning pegs broke and all that. But I learned a couple songs first. I learned Time of Your Life by Green Day. I learned the guitar part of Come As You Are by Nirvana, even though it's hard as shit to sing it at the same time as play it in the way that they do it, basically. But I think I tried to learn Everlong by the Foo Fighters, which is ironic because that is a song that I'm covering now that I just relearned, that I'm going to play it at my Lvtesorrow shows to have some covers into.
Great choice.
But yeah, I first started playing guitar around 12. I then joined a band. I was a bassist of a rock band called Taste Like Chicken. And yeah, we actually got some good venues. The guitarist dad was like well in the community or whatever, so that was really cool. But we branched off, and I switched from bass to guitar just because, like, it's probably like my ADHD brain, but I just like the fastness sometimes.
Yeah.
More, you know, the finger fastness, I guess. I don't know. Dexterity? Is that it?
Yeah, dexterity. yeah.
But yeah, I kept on playing, and then I also played piano and shit. Like, I would always play piano in school.
Nice.
I can kind of read sheet music. I used to be in music theory, but it's, you know, it's hard to remember shit sometimes.
So nextly, I want to ask you about the band you're in, Drive by Todd. How did that start, and how does it feel to have won the award for the best band in, was it your county?
Oh yeah, 3 years now.
Nice, man. How did that start? How did you start in that band, and how does it feel to be able to accomplish that?
So we started in 2013. It was basically the drummer and I was a ally for this LGBTQA program. And we were friends then, and then she had another friend that played guitar, and her name is Emerson. And basically they wanted to know if I wanted to be a guitarist for the band, and so we practiced, and we actually made the name Drive by Todd. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you know the Bob and Sherry radio station.
I do.
But the drummer heard them say the phrase Drive by Todd in some context, or they were going to go drive by Todd or something, and it just stuck, and we kept the name, and so far we've released an EP that was a couple years ago. That was cool. We've done a bunch of shows.
I think it's good stuff, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We actually just recorded with Kevin Billingsley. He's done work with Lamb of God.
Wow.
And others.
I've actually spoken with him before. That's nice props, man.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Yeah, it was cool. We went in his studio. We did everything, not from scratch, but we did all the audio files there. We already had the song all worked out, but it was like $600 or so for the single.
And so then, how does that feel, starting all that back then to being best band in your county 3 times in a row? How does that feel?
Honestly, it's really cool. It's one of those things where like you start from kind of like nothing, and then like you're trying to build a fire, and then you only have like wet newspaper at first or something, and
right,
and eventually you find some moss or something, and you really then the fire starts to go. I'm pretty bad at metaphors, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, man, I know exactly what
cool.
you mean.
It's cool as shit. I mean, the 2 years back we got 3rd place in our county, but these past 2 years we've got 1st place.
Nice.
And the biggest show that we've done so far, it was really cool. We got to open up for the Rustic Overtones.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, that was really cool. It was at what was it? The Camden Opera House. It was like this opera house place, which was cool. I didn't realize they were gonna let us play like fucking rock music and shit.
I've actually walked by there before.
That's crazy.
Nice,
no way.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it's cool. I'm trying to incorporate, and we've been talking, the band and I, to incorporate like Lvtesorrow's shows as well. Like maybe I do an opener or vice versa.
So you would be opening solo for your band?
Yeah, the only thing I didn't want to do is like have them play the instruments too, because I don't want it to just be like a cliche type of thing,
Okay, right.
But I would be playing guitar, and then I'd plug in the my flash drive and just DJ off my laptop kind of thing.
Right. So I got a couple more questions for you here.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep you too long.
No, I'm
So obviously you started off playing instruments and in bands. When did you go off solo? What made you go off solo?
So it sounds kind of weird. Well, maybe it doesn't. When it was like a couple years back, I think it was almost 2 years now since I made Lvtesorrow, or maybe a little under. But again, it was, it wasn't at the best. I was actually living at my mom's back then, and disclosure on that. But I've always wanted to kind of make my own sort of like alt rock / punk / rock, even metal. I've made metal. I've made my own classical music on piano, but I've really wanted to kind of go off of my peers for the most part. Like I dig so many bands, like I can't even begin to think of, but yeah, I started it as sort of, because Lil Peep, I think, was still alive like at the time, and I really dug his sort of music at first.
Yeah.
I still do. I mean, I feel like he resonated with a lot of people.
Oh, definitely.
And at the time, I had a buddy that, he was like, you're talented at music, like you should make your own music with just you. And like it took a decent amount of time to think about it, but because originally before Lvtesorrow, I was rapping, and I was under the rap name Jacoby. It's kind of funny, but I have some material on SoundCloud that's just privated. But anyway, I dug that for a little while. I dig rap too, but I just dig everything.
So
I
you
feel.
pretty much started off on a solo venture based off of your peers.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Awesome.
And, yeah.
I wanted to talk about your EP, Late Nights. I have that CD. I love it. How was the experience recording that?
That was fucking cool. I recorded different places too. Yeah, it was a few different places that I recorded actually, but I got my equipment because I had a Gibson Les Paul traditional that I bought, and I actually ended up selling it because I wanted to instead get like a setup for my solo shit. And so it was a lot of fun making it. I got it all engineered by Richie Rondos. He's actually produced like almost all my music. I have some music that I engineered myself. But he engineered all my music for the most part. Most of my music.
Nice.
And it was cool. We got it all together. I got the money together, and we made it work. I feel like if anything, it's growth. Anything is growth. I'm not one to like release a song every week. Like I'm sort of a perfectionist in a way, but then it makes it so that songs push a later time.
Right.
Which it sucks, but I
it
want
has
my material
pros
to
and
be
cons.
Good. Yes, yeah, it definitely does.
And
but it was a fun process.
That's awesome, man. I love that. I bump that CD pretty often. And lastly, I just wanted to ask you, what is next for Lvtesorrow? What can we look forward to? What's going on in your mind?
So I've been working on a full-length album for months now. Doing it all from scratch. I've paid a couple drummers on Fiverr, and a couple. It wasn't $5. It was definitely more than that. But I did that, and I've done all the guitar parts myself. I've done all the MIDI. There's even piano in one of my new songs, and I did that. I play bass in it, and of course I sing in it. And I have a song that I'm just waiting to be finalized by Richie. He's actually on tour with Zed's Dead right now.
Nice.
But yeah, I know that, especially with touring, you don't really have time to. You don't always have the time to just sit down and do something for like a couple hours.
Exactly, yeah.
But no, total props to him. He's definitely helped me shape my music. So I'm waiting on a song from him, and I might just possibly release that as a single before I actually drop the album. It's going to be on the album too.
Awesome, man, and thank you for taking the time to do this with me.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you.